welcome to the Furka Pass. Welcome to another day in the Swiss Alps. I was trying to get to the Furka Pass by sunrise, but I'm not sure I'm on track to get to the top by sunrise. We shall see. Anywho, it's been a fabulous trip so far, and today I have on the menu, on the driving menu, I have the Furka Pass, the Grimsel Pass, and the unfiltered Pass, or a level crossing. We're not yet at the Furka Pass itself, but this is the road that leads up to it. A level crossing. Okay, we are on the pass itself. This is the old Furka Pass. This is if you've ever watched James Bond, Dr. No. Sorry, not Dr. No, Goldfinger. Sean Connery's Goldfinger. This is the side of the Furka Pass in which James Bond, Sean Connery's character, chased Lily Masterton up this pass. So it's known as James Bond Strass. I don't particularly like this side of the road, this side of the pass, because it is bumpy, it is narrow, and it was clearly built a lot earlier than the other side, which is the faster side, the more enjoyable side. When I came in the 3 RS down this side, I came up that way and down this side. The contrast is incredible, and due to the width, something I've mentioned a number of times, due to the width of the car, I constantly had to give way and fear for the car itself due to the narrowness of the pass. It's all good though. Just me. I did spot a group of Porsches, air-cooled Porsches that roared past me as I was setting up the cameras down below. But so far, I'm the only one on this pass. The sun is rising. See what I mean by narrow, bumpy. And you really have to take your time on this pass, to be honest. Can you believe, I think they used to race on this pass, or was it the Clausen Pass? And when I read about that, I couldn't believe that people actually raced on the Clausen Pass. And I'm talking decades and decades ago. I think they started racing after the Second World War, or was it pre-war? Can't remember. Yep, see what I mean? Bumpy, narrow. Not for the faint of heart. And this is one of the highest mountain passes in Switzerland. They're all high. All of the major passes are close to or above 2,000 meters in elevation. See how bumpy it is. coming the other way. Ooh, fourth gear. Although that's only 3,000 RPM. Because of the gearing of these GT cars, you don't need more than second, third, fourth gear. Oh, there's a truck up ahead. No overtaking. Oops, they stopped up ahead. I was actually giving them a chance to. Sometimes I stop to let the traffic clear so that I can have an uninterrupted run. But they stopped, so all good. Ah, look at that view. Oh, cows. That's another feature of the Swiss Alps. Cow, oh no, not real cows, models. There were lots of cows on the system pass, sorry, on the overall pass yesterday. Fast, it's bumpy. Motorbikes. The sun has risen, flooding the valley with light. Wow. See what I mean? Wow. See how narrow this is. That wasn't too bad. The RS I always winced. This is not the enjoyable side of the Furka Pass. It is one of the most iconic passes though, due to its history. But enjoyable for driving? Nah. You only take this way up to get to the top. The real fun is on the other side, in my view. At least they're guardrails. The Grimsel Pass doesn't have any. I hate that pass. Look at it, bath in glorious sunrise. This is why you drive. This is why we do what we do. For the thrill, for the sheer enjoyment, for the pleasure in the environment you're driving through. What on earth is going on here? This is why we do what we do. Why we come out, why we seek these roads and drive on them. I've driven 2 days and 900 kilometers to get to Switzerland, probably more, just for the pleasure of driving on these roads, on these mountain passes. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, and you'll get it. If you don't, I can't help you. Even though a Mazda MX-5 would have been more than enough on this particular pass, but it's still a joy, it's still a thrill to drive one of the world's finest drivers' cars, one of the most iconic passes on the planet. Where are these people coming from? I'm sure people live up here. dangerous in some ways because you feel, I'm not pushing it right now, but when I did, you feel invincible. You feel you're Max Verstappen. Oops, MX-5, the ideal car. You feel invincible. You feel, as I said, you feel like you're Max Verstappen. And that can be dangerous in the sense that it can lull you into a sense of overconfidence. And you begin to take liberties. In the 3RS, you are always aware that only the best drivers can take it to its limits. Again, this car, the same thing. However, it inspires such confidence, you think, I can do it. Yeah, we're close. I tried to use the drone, but I'm in a geo-locked area, so I couldn't use the drone's active track to follow me. Which is a shame, but hey, it is what it is. But we're close to the top now. We're close to the Belvedere Hotel, that historic landmark. Yep, I know. But the Belvedere Hotel, the disused Belvedere Hotel. Oh, look at number. Is that goats? Sheep. Got a number of sheep there and campers. Yeah, this is the only fast section, to be honest. Well, on this side. This is clearly part of the new Furka Pass. The number of people camping. Wow. Always drive within your limits. Drive within your limits and the car's limits. On these roads, you really need to be doing no more than 60-70%. Honestly. Because the consequences of getting it wrong are not worth thinking about. I can spot those Porsches. I can spot the Porsches. Belvedere, or terrace shop, opposite the hotel, one can get a good view of the Rhone Glacier. I think the drone shots of this glacier are insane. It was soon time for me to descend down the faster, newer, more thrilling side into glitch in Upper Gums at 1759 meters at the foot of the Furka Pass and the Grimsel Pass. I do like the Grimsel Pass because both sides are quite balanced. Both sides offer a similar level of speed, thrills and views, unlike the Furka Pass where one side is much faster, more fun and far safer. Getting down the Furka Pass. Oh, that was fun. Although I think I spent a bit too long. I think I spent a bit too long there. Oh, well, that was fun. As ever with these things, you meet so many people, and I met quite a few lads from all over the world. Yeah, this is the fun part of the Furka Pass. Yeah, what? I don't know why the brakes are squealing these days. Yeah. So, on to the down the Furka Pass and to the Grimsel Pass. It was quite cold up there. Ooh, sun. And them two trying to chase me. I never get into races with people and let them do their own thing. Yeah, I spent a lot more time than I expected up there, but I met quite a few people and it was quite fun. I'm now heading down the Furka Pass on the newer, faster side, the more fun side. Clearly this was built much later than that one, than the other side, the side I came up. Behind a slower car, you may not be able to pass safely for ages, simply because you can't see far enough ahead. The road is snaky. What a road! What a car! Yeah, brakes squealing. Why are my brakes squealing? The Furka Pass. I love this section. Oops, my butt. Yeah, that was a film crew I saw up there. Oh, sorry, that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to up the Grimsel. So, yep, going up the Grimsel Pass. leads to another. I love this place, don't you? One pass leads to another. The Grimsel is a great pass too. A wonderful pass. It seems to be vast in sunlight. Grimsel is second only to the system in Switzerland, I think. The Oberalp is not bad, but I think the two best for driving are the Grimsel and the system. Although I am limited to about 85 miles an hour because of my my Move Max mount for mounting the Osmo P3 that's on the back window. Wow, look at that sight. Grimsel. Of second gear hairpins. Wow, I love this car, man. Easily the most fun Porsche I have ever driven. No question. On we go. This is the Grimsel Pass. And I'm going to the dam. Saying the Grimsel is second only to the System Pass in my estimation. It's one of the more modern, newer passes. Again, this one is, I think it's just over 2,000 meters in elevation, but it's shorter than the System Pass. I think the System Pass is one of the longest. In terms of length. Oh, look at that dam down there. That's where we're headed to next. biker came up to me while I was parked on the Grimsel Pass, and he said he had been hearing my car throughout the valley. That it sounded ace. I am not surprised at all, and I've made no modifications to this car. Does it really need an exhaust modification? Maybe if you're nuts. Got the dam on my right. Getting the exposure right in the for all these cameras. I've got a GoPro, I've got an Osmo on the outside, I've got this full frame camera. Getting perfect exposure is quite difficult because we're going in and out of sunlight, and I'm using a cinematic frame rate. As in, I'm using my cameras are all set to obey the 180-degree rule, cinematic rule. So shutter speed is double that of your frame rate, and so if you're using such slow shutter speeds, you also need ND filters, which is the problem. Okay, next up, the crossing. The Grimsel Sea Reservoir and the Grimsel Hospice, which sits at 1,980 meters or 6,500 feet, where I stopped to take in the scene and drive along the top of the reservoir. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Hi. Let's continue down the Grimsel Pass. The Grimsel, my second favorite pass in Switzerland. After the Susten. You can travel faster here. Road is nice and smooth. Wide for a pass. That's the dam. Oh, look at that. I'm loving these second gear hairpins. Grimsel. What a pass. What a road. What a car. Oh, mommy. 60. Oh, the brakes are epic. These are the best PCCBs ever. Because the old one, the old version, the one on my 3RS, lacked feel. Lacked feel and stopping power, especially when cold. This one is, as PCCBs go, very feelsome. Same with the steering. Yeah, I know a lot of people lament the loss of the hydraulic. They lament the loss of the hydraulic brakes, steering. Yeah, this is where I wanted to stop. Oh, but it's quite boring. Let's continue. As I was saying, a lot of people lament a lot of people lament the loss of the hydraulic steering racks. I think only Lotuses and McLarens still employ a hydraulic steering. But my oh my, these GT steerings are not bad. I think they're the best of the E-Pass systems out there. I drove one of the later Ferraris and I was really disappointed. The steering is like an on and off switch. Hyper dirty. Totally unnatural. I think this side is better than this side of Grimsel is better than the other side. Back into the sunshine. Gobsmacking beautiful. Gobsmackingly beautiful. Just drive through this little hamlet. Picture postcard perfect. The hills are alive with the sound of flat six. Sorry. Excuse my horrible singing. But it's true, the hills are alive with the sound of flat six. Courtesy of GT4 RS. Don't know. What a country. It's grossly unfair. It's grossly unfair. These Swiss don't know what they have. Or maybe they do, because they seem to be fiercely protective of their country. If they see you doing something wrong, they will tell you. Somebody just told me now that I couldn't fly the drone where I was flying it. That the whole area was a protected area. And on it goes. 60. Yes. I'm always gobsmacked anytime I come here. You see why we come here all the time. In a curtain. And that's the end of the Grimsel Pass. What a pass. It seems better than I remembered it. Incredible. GT4. I think I mentioned it the other day. I like the Porsche drivers here. They seem to acknowledge each other. No Porsche passes me, no Porsche. There's no Porsche I meet that doesn't say hello, and that is very, very, very refreshing. See, this is the Grimsel. This is why I like it. Interlaken is that way. That's where I stayed the last time I was here. Interlaken. That is the Sustin. I've just come from the Grimsel. So, how perfect is that? Sustin, Grimsel. Which one do you want? You gotta love these people. You gotta love this place. morning. What a day. It's 10:30 in the morning. I left about 6:30, wasn't it? I left at 6:30. And I did the Furka Pass, both sides. The old side, the new side. The old side was made famous by James Bond himself. But the old side is to be endured rather than enjoyed, while the new side is fast flowing and epic in every way. And I stopped at the iconic Belvedere Hotel to take some pictures. It's a rite of passage, even though I've stopped there countless times. I met a lot of new friends, made a lot of new friends, including the BMW specialist from the UK. Unfortunately, I saw him on the Grimsel. So anyway, I did the Furka, the bad side, the good side, stopped at the Belvedere, went down into, back down, and then went onto the Grimsel, again, both sides of the Grimsel. That Grimsel Pass is, I think, is slightly underrated. So the Swiss Pass gets all the glory, but honestly, the Grimsel is only narrowly beaten by the Swiss Pass. The Grimsel is incredible in its own right. Unfortunately, at the top of the pass itself, I saw the guys I saw in Reims, and one of them had a gearbox problem. So that's going to be a tough one to stomach and tough one to sort out for them. But they're highly skilled mechanics. I'm sure they will be able to sort it out. I feel for them to be stuck on the Grimsel Pass with a car that's stuck in third gear. It's not easy. I wish them all the best. I'll check upon them later. Yeah, and now here I am. Interlaken is that way. I need to head home. Not home. I need to head back to Andermatt. And that concludes this day's driving. I was hoping to get to the Newfoundland, but trying to drive, film. I was hoping to get to the Newfoundland, but trying to drive and film, setting up the equipment. It's time consuming because you leave with some certain more new friends. You leave where you set off with your camera set a certain weight for the exposure because you use ND filters. And then you get somewhere else, the sun has come out, you have to readjust. So it takes time, and therefore I wasn't able to do the Newfoundland before it got too busy. It's quite busy now, but there's always tomorrow. So I'm heading back to Andermatt, and I shall see you soon, hopefully from the Newfoundland and other passes. Ciao.